Oh boy, folks, we got a new Bloodywood track out. I'm so glad that I decided to check out more of their music because my gosh, they're so fantastic and every single track I hear from them is just so much better than the last and yeah, I looked in a little bit to their story, the fact that they ended up selling out like a worldwide tour after only putting out 3 singles. They never even put out an album. That makes me want to abandon the whole idea of working so hard to try to piece together a cohesive album and then put it out there and just drop singles. Because apparently that's how things work nowadays. And, as great as it is to show people cohesion with trying to make an album, just clearly they have paved another instance of getting your sound out there and getting people interested in everything you're doing. And then you get that album going later, which I guess they're working on right now. So I just saw a trailer of this on their channel, but this is Tadka, I want to say. Let's just jump into it. You know these guys, you love them, you know what you're expecting. So let's just go. Look at that. And we have horned instruments in here too. That's so cool. Nice shoes. Oh, temper means temper. To change the physical nature of a substance using heat or chemical process. Oh, that kind of temper. Okay. Well, I will tell you that I am already turning into mush just thinking about this. So, oh my gosh, let's go. Look at that. Dude, what a setup. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so we have a lot of different flows going on, and we are doing a lot to let the sentences carry over into the next rhymes. Well, let's focus on that. I love this. This is so cool. Because first of all, that first section of what he's rapping, that is he's just keeping it going, overlapping whatever the beat is, which is a really cool technique where you're only rhyming enough syllables to partially fit a sentence, and then you just keep it going. So like, this is so cool. It's only second nature, we're making the flavor hit. Like, so you're doing the inner rhyme scheme and then hitting that line. It's only second nature, we're making the flavor hit. And then you're finishing the line with hit. My gosh. Also, very cool. I just say as an American who's, we're all about silverware and stuff, the fact that they're eating with their fingers, obviously, we're bringing in the cultural stuff. We're bringing in the tables. We're bringing in the set. Yeah, I just like that. Very wonderful that we're keeping it as authentic with every visual and expressive thing that we're seeing with the band. Very cool. Yeah, so then we end the line with a whole different scheme. We sit on the streets, that rhymes with heat, or the 5-star in the rickshaw or a nice car. So we end that previous line with a whole different word that we rhyme with afterwards. Beautiful writing. On the streets of the 5-star in a rickshaw, a nice car, everybody wrapped in the flavor. Hitting all your best taste buds like a laser. I know that you into that, do yourself a favor. Cause our food was made to win hearts like a wager. Win hearts like a wager. Interesting. But I love how, okay, so we're looking at the flavor of the food here, which I have not eaten authentic Indian food before, but it's one of those things that if you've been around the world enough, and I should back that up. I haven't gone outside the States too often, but if I know anything about just how the nature of information flows, and you see certain things that are,
drawing from the inspiration of Indian food, I know it's going to be amazing, you know? So I have yet to actually try authentic Indian cuisine yet, but I would love to, though. I'm curious what that giant platter is right there. That looks good.
Ideas that for favor, cause our food was made to win hearts like a wager. Vicious and delicious, you don't wanna miss this. And if you take a bite, then you licking all the dishes.
Ooh.
You licking all the
Immediately. First of all, the fact that it's very upbeat in a major key, or at least it sounds like that, is beautiful. It's not just intensity. And then the fact that their cooking has a history to it, and they're proud of that. It's like I said before, being proud of your history. I love that. Absolutely love that. Oh my gosh.
licking all the dishes. Yeah, you licking all the
Also, props to this man for swinging his hands around in a kitchen as people are working on the food. You gotta know your craft to know what you're doing to be like, okay, let's dodge the metal singers coming through here. Yeah, no silverware. Hey. Sure. Country music, I would say by association, has had the biggest open discussion about American culture, right? To some degree. And then you get rap music where we love our alcohol. That's the route we go with that. But that's so cool to be like, hey, this is the history of our food. We got just so much packed in. And then we add the spice, we add the Tadka. That's going to change it. And then, of course, since we're adding anything related to intensity, that's the moment we bring in the intense, instrumentation and just say that over and over. Tadka, Tadka. Oh my gosh. So cool. Ooh. Hey. Yeah, okay, so again, I love that. The guests of the house get the best that we got. Also another inner rhyme scheme. But his flow there, it's just single syllable rhymes at the end, but he's flowing so well over the beat. And I also love, again, whatever camera work we have. I know we've been doing drone shots, which it's a beautiful spot for them to do drone shots. And what metal band has drone shots? Most of the time they rent out a abandoned warehouse and, they make sure that the lights are flickering and then that's how they go, which is fine, no problem with that. But I love how they're just utilizing all the space. And then for the rapper, however they're moving the camera with him, so it looks like the background is moving. That's just so cool. I'm not getting tired of that. Let's dial that back. Hey. And that whole thing, you could pick a spot, it's food becoming an event instead of just something to eat. And I will say this, I will try and stand up a little bit for my American culture and say this. We have our own way of cooking and our own way of eating and stuff. I know the typical normative is, fast food, freaking Postmates and Grubhub and not really cooking anything yourself. But the history that we've had in that is, you know, you get the farms, you raise it, you cook it, you eat it. And I could tell you, whenever you get outside of the cities, I've lived in Montana for the last year, and this was a while ago. But the way that people treat food over there, especially for folks that's mostly what they subsist on, they go out and hunt for it. It's a beautiful thing. It truly is. And to see some of that happen, it's made me not want any food that I could get from a store afterwards. Because just the way they seasoned it, the way they prepared it, and the way that it was cherished like its own event, not just because that's what the family subsisted on, but because, it's good stuff. Elk tasted so much better than beef. Just saying.
Let's get the best that we got. Nana always said if you want to make it big, you better be fully fed, so I did. Then I went and got bigger thanks to the cooking of a mother and a mother figure. Got me thinking about all of the people that be pulling the trigger, cause they don't even know if they be eating for dinner. And I'm like,
oh my gosh. And now we're doing like conscious rap. Dear mama, all the food that you left on my plate. Dude, come on, man. You bring it up. Hey, the reason oh, dude, that's so cool. Again, another facet of a lot of collective culture. You get Indian culture, you get Hispanic culture. It is family oriented, something I think that we could very well bring into in America. You know, that whole idea of having a mother figure in the house, having a mother figure care for you and always be putting food in front of you, man. I keep saying, I think my mom was raised in a different culture because the way that she tries to fatten me up, it doesn't ever work. But she's always there with hey, have you eaten? We'll eat this. Hey, we have some leftovers. Can you eat that? So good. Yeah. And the fact that gave him a perspective. It let him take on other perspectives. That is something most people don't know how to do. They don't care about knowing what other people are going through. If it doesn't make sense to them, then it's irrelevant. Or they can argue for, why other people experience the things they do. Instead of trying to, think about that person and go, hey, what about the people always pulling the trigger? They don't know if they're going to have dinner the next night. They probably didn't have or don't have moms in their house trying to teach them. Like, dude, that's beautiful.
And I'm like, yeah, it's like I got to care. And the food's so good, man, I got to share.
I love that. I love that. So because I was blessed, I want to bless other people. So good. So good. And I will say, you want to see care. Southern coded states. And I say Southern coded not because everything about the South was good. Of course not. But I will tell you right now, I went to Georgia for a friend's wedding. It's exactly as stereotypically heartwarming as you can imagine. And the bottles of iced tea, it was mason jars that big, and you could see the freaking sugar swirling around in that thing. Man, come on. And everyone called you honey. It was beautiful. Anyway, I just had to share my own culture right there. I love this, though. I love what these guys stand for.
It's like I got to care, and the food's so good, man,
I got to share. Hey, there you go. Oh, we bring in mama. Oh, I love this. Ooh. Fanning the fire, having the fire in your belly. First of all, I love how Mama was coming through there like, what is going on here? What did you make? Yeah, fighting the war with the blandness. That's such a unique take on culture, and I think it could easily apply to the world. Living life rich. A lot of people don't do that. Even me. Since I moved, I realized I didn't ever look around. at the beauty of what I've been blessed with and taking time to be like, dude, I am happy and I am content with where I am. I have fullness. I have friends. I have, a great bunch of things, right? So fighting that war with the blandness, but also with the fan, with the food, fanning that flame, fanning those things to make it even better. Light the fire under your butt. Make sure that you're cooking right. I like how the guy was hiding the beer. Like, no, I'm not drinking. Now, I'm just gonna say that if Mama starts, mouthing the metal vocals, I'm going to scream. Ooh. Oh, okay, Mom. Flavor. Hey. Dude, yo, back that up real quick. Hold on a second. Dude, first of all, the fact we got so many courses right there. We have so many different dishes. I absolutely love that. I want all of this. I don't even know how any of it tastes, but I want it. Give me. I'm also hungry. Did I say, if you watched my last video, it was first thing in the morning for me, so I haven't even had my coffee or my breakfast. Yo. Hey. Yeah, and the singer's like, what is this? Hey. Ooh. And that is definitely how I know a few people with big families to be eating. Hey, you know what? When the food's here, you better eat or it's gone. Your siblings are going to eat it instead of you. That's so good. If you got the fire inside the belly, then we're gonna fan. Fighting for the food. Oh. Happy Indian noises. Oh my gosh. I adored that. That is so good. And I know, sure, it's a fun little song about food, but just the implications of it, the implications of culture, of, the history, the richness of what you got going on. Beautiful stuff. God, I need to go friggin', it's just not stopping right now. Oh my gosh. Please let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. And, if I haven't said enough times, support this band. Link to this is going to be in the description. Go check out their music, please. And I am so excited to see what we get for an album coming up. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.